not only is that just a little bit in size and a little bit in leaderage, you know, a little extra foam, it's actually a different rocker. According to our notes here, you know, the 511 she's carrying is a Forget-Me-Not from Jason Stevenson, and her other boards that are short boards are the Monster 6. So they're different rockers. They're going to be a little bit different feel. She liked the bite off the bottom, so that adjustment's going to help her a lot in this final. Of course, we know how strong Tyler Wright is, but I just feel Sally's got something a little edge today.
Well, let's see what unfolds here. This one bowling up, Sal having a bit of a look at it. Almost goes over, so no one got to their feet.
You do that quick paddle around and get into the spot. We almost saw that kind of happen here. You see she's looking at it, you know, but definitely blocking out Tyler Wright for that deeper position was Sally, but this one, you know, not the best place to take off right there as it just rolls over them.
Sal was lucky not to go over the falls on that occasion, but, well, here we go. Sally Fitzgibbons, the first wave of the final, draws off the bottom. The wave flattens out a little. She's going to get an opportunity here, fades back, still looking for those deep bottom turns. That section stands up. She lays that board on rail, and the equipment choice looks like it's paying off for Fitzgibbons, gets the finish on the inside. And Pete.
Golf clap.
You got to be feeling good about that.
Well, I think, again, light years difference than what we saw from earlier today. That board definitely more grip, more allowing her to really lay into it. This is really important exchange for Tyler.
Well, let's see how Tyler responds. Gets a little transition turn of her own done. Working this one over. No major move just yet. Bringing it through to the inside, mixing things up. This wave fading away. She's going to dart back to the takeoff zone for priority. Sally Fitzgibbons is going to get.
Gibbons, one of the bigger turns we've seen from her all event long. Again, holding that position. She knows that she likes those green lights happening for her. And then look at this, sets it up off the bottom, perfectly timed. Look how steep that section is. Holds the rail all the way through. That's what that Forget-Me-Not board's going to have. It's a little straighter rocker. Generally, it's going to hold that speed. It's not going to be such a tight arc. It's going to allow you just to kind of lay it over. You know, again, little extra length, but more than anything, that straighter rocker. Again, holds that line all the way through the move. Again, does it nice and high up in the wave. That's that critical section. So that was the one critical section that she had in this wave, and she was able to execute and does not make the mistake of falling at the end. You know, a little conservative there maybe, but I think that ultimately knowing how important it is to ride this one out, of course, having that dry reef there on the inside, sitting at you, staring at you, you got to make it pulled off. You know, this wave here, again, you can see how loose Tyler is. I mean, if she gets herself some quality waves, she's going to be so hard to beat because she has that big major move so unlocked. You know, if she gets a section like Sally had, you would say that there's going to be a substantial difference. That wiping of the slate clean, not letting any residue sit there.
Look at this positioning. Sally Fitzgibbons right on the apex of the peak here. Tries to place that first turn in a pretty critical section of the wave, but there was a lot of bump when she...
Inviting section to be attacking like she did. But I mean, you see the wind blowing across that section. You know, there's the steep section. She went for it. She almost had it. You know, I think that if there's a little more compression,
performance-wise, but she looks like she's letting go a little bit more this year. She's doing some bigger turns, and she's getting bigger results. She's up once again here. Let's see what she can do with this one. Trying to push further ahead. Needs a good backup, a more committed effort there. Just the one turn, but it is a big finish. Behind her, Tyler Wright now. Flat carve to get started. Now leaning that board over a little more, and she brings it through to the inside and goes all out on the closeout and goes down.
You know, you'd have to say, again, the momentum, right, is definitely in Sally's court right now. Taking this first wave, this wasn't an easy wave to surf either. You see that flatter section on the outside, but she stays nice flow. She was able to get that rebound off the foam, but there, big turn from Sally, you know, nice steep section. We'll take a look at this again as a slow motion here. Again, the layback, right? That's when that back arm stays back. It allows you to get on that heel edge. I like where she executed that turn too. It was very high up into the section. And again, it's going to close out, so she really lays into that one move. She didn't try to look at anything else down the line and say, oh, I got to get this another turn. She just really laid all of her ability into that one. And then this one here, little bigger wave, but it moved off the reef. And so it was flatter on the face. It was in that deeper water. It never really steepened up till this final section here. And so she knew she had to really lay into it, but just too much. And she goes into it. You see a steeper section, attacking it, compressing into the lip, but see the nose? It goes down. Not able to stay above the water. She goes down with it. You know, we were able to see her pull that out in her previous heat, but not in that section there.
Well, back to live action now. Sally Fitzgibbons is up again and really starting to build some momentum now. Gets a little tangled up on the whitewater there, but still stays on her feet. That last wave got her a 6.33. So Tyler Wright now looking for a 9.33. Let's take another look at it.
Well, this is the last score that just came in. Able to find that outside section, which I think can be important, but that middle part where she's not able to really execute a nice, clean maneuver, so it had that combination of major moves.
Got on her board and kind of had to start to breathe back into it and get back into that pace and that rhythm and that flow that Peter Mel was talking about. And we saw on the inside Tyler kind of coming unstuck and then getting a couple waves on the head. She looked a little shaken up, but definitely, you know, able to get back through it. But with that momentum, with that flow, looks like Sally's got her at the moment.
Who's bounced back so well after a pretty average semi-final performance. Tyler's just trying to tap back into the magic she's shown through the earlier rounds. Here she goes, aggressive first turn. Just trying to iron out the bumps on this wave. Does well to hang on there. And this wave is getting a little ugly on the inside, but Tyler's sticking with it. She's going to ride it right over this dry reef. Just dodges the rocks there.
You know, there's a lot of time to be able to kind of have a momentum shift. You know, it is only 2 scores. Take a look at this outside maneuver there. Pretty strong, you know, a little drift with it. I would love, you know, with Tyler, her strengths are putting that rail and sinking that rail. I'd like to see, you know, for her, that's really, she's going to show us a real true point of difference. You know, you would say that Sally has that kind of maneuver where she'll drift her fins over there. Whereas I think the true grit from Tyler is to lay that rail in. She can almost go out in the face and probably score just as high or even higher by laying that rail in on the outside.
Bit to think about for the judges here, though, that first turn, probably the strongest opening maneuver we've seen in the final. It was a tricky section to read. She did well to let go of a major turn there.
Yeah, and it's you're going off spontaneity too, right? I mean, you don't necessarily, you put the board into position, you got to react to it. It's some type of instinct that kind of, you know, develop that maneuver. Some surfers, I kind of will focus on a type of maneuver, and it seems that I love when surfers kind of, you know, attach to that and make adjustments.
Here we go. This is Tyler using priority on this wave, chasing a big score. Aggressive first turn, and now chasing down the open face once again. Just gets that second move a little wrong, but will hang on for the finish on the inside. So finishing this wave off. Sally Fitzgibbons behind her, bit of foam on the wall. Sal dealing with it well, trying to get rid of a 6.33 here. This one just fades away though, doesn't have the closeout that she can bank one of those big turns off.
You know, reflecting on Sally's kind of exchange, I don't think she's going to change a point, but look at the size of this wave. And not an easy section right there. There was actually a bump before she did the turn, and then the lip was just shattered. You know, there, not really a maneuver, but this one, again, attacking it, you know, and that's not, I mean, that even felt better watching it in the replay. Take a look now at Sally's wave, you know, a nice size set wave here. You know, nice clean arc, not a whole lot of difficulty there in that maneuver. You know, she ended up going out into the face slightly, so a little conservative, and then not having that kind of inside meaty section, so she kicks out. So I don't know if this is really going to change anything for Sally. What a start of the season. You know, we were able at the Gold Coast to get some great waves, and we've had great waves here too.
Here goes Tyler Wright again on an insider now. Might have a little more freedom to dig in. Goes to that grab rail carve once again. Wants to get an oncoming section here, but won't get the opportunity on the inside. Make life difficult for Tyler. And here goes Sal. So fades off the bottom, up into it, just setting up a steeper wall on the inside at this point. And there is a huge turn, very committed, but it's just going to be that one move taken away, whether it's been poor wave selection or just that gamble's not paying off, that's had at least one quality section to do a really solid turn.
Yeah, I mean, the one that she fell on, maybe that was the only opportunity, but I love this turn there. Nice and quick, you know, that was a section that she needed to do it, like that type of turn. You know, I was a little, when she double pumped this bottom turn, I didn't know she was going to have enough speed, but it almost helped her because she was able to get that tail up free You know, this board's a little bit bigger board, so it needs a special section to be able to kind of have that freedom, which she was able to get. I like what she did here. Again, we'll see where the judges kind of go with this.
As Tyler scratches, she can't get into this one. Fitzgibbons on the inside, a late drop. Drives off the bottom. No wall to work with.
Yeah, no harm, no foul there.
Tyler's going to ride this one in. We'll get official confirmation. But I don't think this wave is going to count, Pete.
Well, there you go. And even then, the wave didn't really cooperate either.
And have a look at that. Saving her best for last. Really recovering well after a shaky semi-final performance. A heat score total of 14.9. And Tyler Wright never really got going in this one.